Hi there, Richard Brook, acupuncturist and yoga teacher here. So I'm here to talk to you today about your inner self. So usually what you find with people is we tend to be quite more predominantly interested in our outer self, in our appearance, in our external senses, and we spend a lot of time and effort on maybe even trying to understand and work with the exterior of our body and also with our surrounds. So basically our senses always seems to be very much with an external focus. Now what's very interesting about the kind of work I do, both as a yoga teacher and an acupuncturist, and particularly with my yoga classes as well, I spend a lot of time on trying to get people to tune a little bit more into their internal world. So I'm a little bit of an expert at understanding the body and mind connection. Now you also can't deny that for as much time as your senses are kind of on output, your senses are also conscious of what's going on within you, and this for a lot of people is a big deficiency. People don't spend enough time trying to sort out and manage and be aware of some of their internal patterns. So we can be very good sometimes at figuring out if there's something wrong with the body. A lot of people take a lot of pride, they'll get a personal trainer and whatever to try and work with the external fascia of the body, but not so many people take as much pride or as much attention at trying to work out what's going on from the inside. But equally also, as it's very useful for you to gain knowledge of your body on the exterior. You can figure out when something's wrong, you're feeling a bit tight in one place, you can work out maybe what muscle group is strained, etc. When you start to listen to your inner world and start to understand it, you can similarly get a lot of knowledge from that, and also a lot of information about maybe what's imbalanced and what's going on in the life around you. So I do a lot of courses and workshops, and also, as I said, just during my acupuncture sessions and yoga classes, I try and make people a lot more aware of their inner selves. And what we do is we break down where some of the different ego patterns or ego voices that you hear in your head come from. So what's fascinating is in Chinese medicine, each organ or pair of organs comes with an accompanying kind of internal dialogue, if you like. And what I've managed to do over the years is managed to break down and be very good at educating people as to which bits of dialogue you hear in your head come from which particular pair of organs. And by this we can also work out what's going on around you in your life, which might not be feeding into what you need in order for those organs to be happy. We all get these little states sometimes where we feel very internally conflicted. Sometimes it's like your organs are having a bit of a row with themselves. You might recognise some simple things we hear. We feel hungry, and we often recognise that as our stomach and spleen. But sometimes if you're feeling fearful, we might not necessarily recognise that as coming from our kidneys, or we're feeling angry, it tends to come from our liver. Unless you've got a hangover, then sometimes people get it. Similarly, quite a common one is people recognise, if they're feeling very heart open, they have lots of loving thoughts. So by understanding a little bit about some of the internal dialogue that you've got going on inside, can help you out a little bit to see what you're not getting in your life around you. Similarly, I like to make people more aware of where other contents of your mind come from, how we manage to hold memories, how we hold memories in the body, how we actually store them from what we've absorbed, what's going on around us. And again, therapeutically with acupuncture and yoga, you can use it as a way to release stored kind of a discordant energy, if you like, that gets trapped in your system. And also we're very good at explaining as to how that can affect you. So similarly, something might have happened, it gets locked in your system and it actually changes your body shape. So I guess what I'm trying to promote here, or educate with, is to just try and take, as much as you might go get a personal trainer for your external facade, if you like, it's also very good to get a trainer for your internal self. So if you want to be super healthy, then just remember how much of your perceptual reality, how much of your daily perception is made up with hearing your own internal thoughts. How good it is for you to get a kind of inner trainer, if you like, someone who can help to educate you and talk to you a little bit about what's going on inside yourself, and you can learn a lot from that, like I said, and move your life forward in different ways. So if you're interested in that, then come and find me at richardbrookacupuncture.co.uk or creativeyogalondon.co.uk, and it'll be great to see you. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.